There are any number of formats and procedures for what Nancy Atwell termed mini lessons, which are teacher-guided, collaborative activities designed to move students towards independent practice of new learning. We call them mini because the direct instruction portion of the lesson should last for about 7, 10, maybe 12 minutes. So in a 90-minute class, there might be multiple moments of direct instruction. But let's start small with the basic outline. The theory behind it: explain, model, or guide the students by practicing as a whole class, practice learning in small groups, practice independently, each student on his or her own. These are the steps that should define your pedagogy. So here are the required components: context or a hook that makes student interested in the new material or ensures that they have the necessary prior knowledge to continue learning. Then comes a brief instructional piece, think 7 to 12 minutes. You should, either during instruction or immediately after, model new learning. And then you model if you haven't. A verbal check for understanding is when you ask to ensure that students are getting it and you look them in the eyes. Think open-ended questions. For example, okay, somebody summarize what we just learned, or some other short answer type query. But if you ask, hey, is everybody following? They're all going to say yes. Then comes guided practice, in which the whole group completes the new skill with you leading them through it. After that comes whole class discussion of the skill or strategy. This serves as another verbal check for understanding. Unless the whole class discussion has made it clear that everybody's getting it, then you can sort of move away from that check for understanding. Next comes small group practice. This is an opportunity for students to practice in a safe environment with their peers, and it's also an opportunity for formative assessment. Then you want those small groups to report back to the whole class. This is your final check for understanding. Here's where you determine if you need any remediation or if you need to reteach or review. Only then, only after students have heard you teach it, seen you model it, talked about it as a whole class, done it in a small group, only then do you ask them for independent practice. That's an opportunity for a formal and perhaps summative assessment.